that's actually what I wanted to ask you is, there are, like you just rightly pointed out, so many different spiritual leaders today, spiritual gurus around the world, not just in India. So how does, even if one were to feel the stirrings of wanting to be like you had when you were, you know, a couple of years ago, how does one decide that this is the right path for me? Like I want to follow this path or that path. How does one choose, or does it come to you? Does it reveal itself to you?
I think it's very important to familiarize yourself with the wisdom and the teachings a particular guru or an organization is imparting. Somewhere, if it resonates with you, if you start following those practices, it's quite possible you might want to abandon them a few weeks or months into it, because maybe that's not what you're looking for. But for example, I wanted my life to be more truthful. I wanted to be simple. I didn't want any complications. I wanted to lead a very truthful life. I hadn't lived so far. And that is what, you know, fascinated me. That yes, it's possible to lead a truthful life, to lead a meaningful life. And then the videos, and then the reading the books, the teachings. So they need to resonate. It's like my guru always says that a devotee will always find a guru like him or herself. So a lot of people will say, oh, there are fake gurus. Well, you found them. You went looking in search for the fake guru, you know.
Fake guru.
So you attract whatever. However,
do you believe in that? Do you think that we attract a certain kind of energies into our world because of our state of mind? Do you think it's
yes. Why do you think? And that's the reason, like how Swami, a lot of people come in, you know, they and you must have seen yourself in the world. A lot of people go through these different relationships, one more difficult than the other, and they keep breaking. And then the same story. There are patterns that keep repeating. It's because it's with the same mindset that you were earlier in one situation. You've exited that, you've left that person or that situation. Now you're in a different situation, but your mindset hasn't changed. And so the pattern repeats again and again and again. And as my guru says, you know, what is awakening? Awakening is not a new way of loving, a new way of looking at the world. It was like you were asleep for a little while, sleeping through your ego, sleeping through your belief. And enlightenment is just waking up. And different way of looking at the world, of doing things. So my greatest teaching from observing my guru, being a disciple, is that perspective, Pujitaji, is everything. The same situation can be in life, and you can look at it and you can think, oh my God, I'm never getting out of it. Life's never changing for me. And a different way of thinking, more connected to the divine. And you think it's okay, I can live with it. Maybe I can handle things differently. So perspective is that gift.
Has to come from within. The transformation has to happen within us to be able to change the patterns in our lives.
And grace is a very big factor. Guru's grace, Bhagwan's grace is a very big factor. In my entire life, I have lived so wildly. And during COVID, I actually wanted to do something because I have a very beautiful puja routine, and with God's grace, it's just very blissful. And I wanted to share something with our other devotees, and I held this virtual program called The Art of Devotion. And just Art of Devotion. And a year before, I started reading the Bhagavad Puran. And it's so beautiful, Bhagavad Puran. It so beautifully states in that scripture that anybody who reads that scripture, even if the person, you know, doesn't know a thing about anything, will find devotion spring in their heart. So I was actually laughing while I was taking that course that, oh my God, look at his grace. I just started reading it and I finished it. And I can actually hold 200, 300 people who would show up every weekend and find so much joy. It's only God's grace that a worldly person can don a ochre robe and sing the glories of the Lord. Everything mentioned in our scripture is so beautiful. If we can just, follow it.
Siddhashrama, the mystical hidden land of balance and harmony. Awakened and powerful sages of the yore lived in this divine region. Their chants, resonating throughout the Himalayas, brought untold peace upon humanity. Gods and creatures of the wild thrived and roamed about freely. And then the Dark Age descended, bringing with it war, diseases, and immorality. Forced by external invasions and sins, we abandoned our culture and became soulless slaves to machines and materialism, blindly slogging away to build this prison of madness. Not anymore. I invite you to experience the ancient world of Vedic glory. The sacred land of Siddhashrama awaits you once again. Be guided by the Vedas, awaken the mantra of your choice, and start your spiritual journey. Chant mantras, anoint the deities, do fire offerings to reach the highest summit of consciousness. I'll be waiting for you. Come, let's go back to our roots and do sadhana.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.